After leaving Belgium, I continued to follow the Lemures through Givet. This first section in France ended up being the longest ride on this adventure, some 140 kilometers, which included many hours cutting through the rapidly cooling still night air. When I'd had enough at close to midnight, I was too tired to even pitch my tent, so I just Chico rolled it with my sleeping bag and a ground sheet. The next day, I decided to do a shortish 60-kilometer ride, although I actually felt surprisingly fresh and energized despite the fairly rough night's sleep. I could have gone a bit further, but after stopping for a snack break at a cafe bar in a small village, my fate was sealed when I started to drink with the locals. After having found out about my quest, one of my new old new beer buddies took me to meet the local priest. That night I ended up sleeping in the abbey, a very nice surprise for a now rather tired and drunk pilgrim. How is it possible that it could be colder in France than in Finland? After 1 month on the road, I was sure that I was getting closer to the warmth of southern Europe, yet my frozen baguettes were telling quite a different story. Now en route to Montargis, I crossed the Seine River. Yes, that's the same one that glugs its way through Paris, but here in the countryside it was so pristine and beautiful. However, on the long traverse through France, I wasn't always able to concentrate on the beauty of the countryside. To be honest, it often felt like Groundhog Day, as my attention was on just ticking off the days to Saint-Jean. It just seemed to be taking forever. The riding itself was actually the easy part, coming each day as a welcome reprieve from the management of the more mundane duties of eating, washing, and just keeping warm, as well as staying dry when it rained, which was quite often. Good morning. I'm in campground in Montargis. I've got a ride to Orléans, where I'm staying at a youth hostel, so by the time you get this, I'll already be there. But I just wanted to show this campground. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I paid like $6.55 for this last night. So it was really good. I had some hot showers and everything like that, but oh man, was it cold. Like, it went sub-zero last night, and I made it through, but by €20 built in my tent. Well, let's just say it's meant for summer conditions, and I've had to have these thick gloves on this morning, even just to get going. One of the limitations that I've really got now is that the weather's really amazing, but like being so cold, it's just like I just can't leave too early, and I need to get to camp before it gets too dark. So I'm really going to be limited with the amount of kilometers I can do every day. So yep, well, we're going to have to recalculate and see how things go, but I should still be able to make Portugal on target. And oh, look at that, must be a sign, the sun. All right, anyway, there you go. That's a bit of the feelings I've got right now, but all good. See ya. I came to fully appreciate the importance of seeing how all parts of the journey were equally critical in forming the entire experience. In addition to the good times, the tough moments were just as necessary in shaping a complete story, one that's worth telling. you want the other person to turn up or something like that.
No, I don't. Sign there, do you want me to take a photo next to it?
Okay.
Because it's Jack the Composteller, that's the route you're on.
Right, nice one.
Yeah?
Along the way, there were certainly some very unexpectedly welcome, uplifting and even funny surprises. The most notable one was being picked up and escorted by Captain Mark T. Kirk in his rocket on wheels to a secret countryside location in southern France, one which was outfitted with solar panels, battery packs and computer servers. When I held it, it's not that. There's something there. I don't know. Because when I stop pedaling, it's not there. So it's got to be something.
So it happens whenever the back wheel's moving.
Unless the bag is touching the spokes, maybe. But anyway, see if you can hear it.
Not seeing anything. Nothing obvious. Can you hear it now?
Weather I've been waiting for.
Yeah, this is perfect, isn't it?
Awesome.
Yeah. I think that's your turn, mate.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye. Have a good journey. Oh yeah, it will do. Bye.
In the very small village of Escorsols, just outside Pisos, I was hosted by an amazing guy who was, believe it or not, the physician on the Sea Shepherd conservation vessel. He was on leave, during which time he decided to sail back to Europe over the Atlantic from the Caribbean for some additional adventure, as if his job wasn't exciting enough. At this point, I was now just a little less than 1,000 kilometers from Santiago, and only 2 days away from the official Camino Frances start line in St. Jean. My final warm shower cycling network hosts on this adventure were a young couple from the Basque country whose lives revolved around shepherding sheep in the Pyrenees. It really seemed like they had their shit together in that they already understood the great joy to be had in leading such a simple existence away from the chaos of modern life. This just confirmed to me that I was on the right track, that living a nomadic life with significant periods of solitude wasn't something to either doubt or fear.